Yeah, Abu Trica. We've been giving Abu Trica's updates and any case update for some time now. Currently, we know Kasi, Abu Trica, he is in the United States of America. He's been extradited after all this long-standing action, all of these things. Now, and I know Kasi, even people in the US, like Vim Lady, they are saying, say, this case of Abu Trica, it shouldn't have gotten to the extradition point. But they believe, say, the turning case of this point and this whole case was when Abu Trica granted an interview with Captain Smart. Now, many scholars, law legal scholars, some people like Vim Lady and all parties say, or share the whole situation, the whole structure very well. She's very much sure, say, Abu Trica case, and an extradition, they are causing a major extradition, when they use to so and they are prosecuting our US honor. Is that interview he did with Captain Smart, because in there he admitted, said yes, there was an $8 million fraud. Whether it was a setup or not, it was an $8 million fraud, which means say Obino Kasa said mami for $8 million. So whether it was a setup or not, apparently one Kasa wako national TV ako ton. Tie in some of Vim Lady air can be more crowd to them. They believe that this whole thing is kind of like Vim Lady shading Captain Smart. Say Captain Smart, so what do we need? So one hour Yama be kukura brandy ako US. Now the case update is Abu Trica didn't call US. No, he has pleaded not guilty. I don't know how that will be good for him. But in some of Vim Lady edited
case Abu Trica case. Ghana constitution no. Who right say a chewa. Ubeka se menkasa. Because omo macho na ye police for no prosecutors no omo na mrane mo adwuma so omo prosecute case ntia beyond reasonable doubt, which is all right against self-incrimination. Into betis America for sure omo movie mu kra no maka ye buso obi atimo say I plead the fifth, because omo faith amendments no emma obia sa atumi na Ghana constitution no e de ma yenso ye bi no say all right against self-incrimination. Into betis maka say minkasa minim Abu Trica di obusa no ansa na okotna TV3 akoyesa interview no, because wa conducting no nyina kama until then. Because he said okotna bonten na okasa the entire America say omo constitution omo obibi e wo mu ye friend Miranda rights. Ghana so you will be say police for chewa wo right say wo say e kire wo the entire ye chew na o charges ko adu e dey bo wo entire ye chew. America force wo Miranda right and also chese ye chewa e was so mu read wo Miranda right chew. Sa asem na hwe America movie man no police for chew, so you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have a right to legal counsel. Sa asem na ye omoka no your friend Miranda rights. Enti wo Abu Trica sa America force why ye bone wa America no machewa ye chew wo right to remain silent. When you go TV station wako kasa no, America for say if you say anything they can use it against you in the court of law. Now the issue they say as someone Abu Trica ko kan in interview in TV3 no, police of one America no betumi use FBI for no betumi they can evidence against him, and the question ejina court no so whether or not court no be gia to man usually so wa ko TV3 no na wan kasa ko kan say oh sikane de e bi be kan sa. Why? Because I feel na FBI for no come go your homework o akoko tako prove say sika na fi ha ene ko ha na be kan sa. You don't have to prove anything. In fact, you don't have to even defend yourself. E was so more establish your case prima facie case say the lawyer for be kan was so mutumi kire say the say wa ko wie sika. Why your money laundering? Why your romance scam? Your key ingredient o ho na man ba no ka say we dey why romance scam. A B C D oka say be a couple of nyina na ka ba konkra no man prove your case na just o muntu mi fa onko tum no into what continent radio station ko kas sika dey bi kam wa ma FBI for na adwuma kra yemre. It means nyama kakra na omo won, which is omo evidence bia wa ma omanya ba kon free e dey abeka ho. So one koye interview no enka they have to prove beyond reasonable doubt say ampa o ye romance scam, ampa ubo utiri mu pone nkrofo ye kana na se mbo ye romance scam. Indeed mo ye romance scam na was any mo kire evidence e chese ai mo ye romance scam and na sika no bi be kan won sa. What you say we there what twa as there no shortcut am say ai sika no, because the moment I be admit say sika no bi be kan won sa chese romance scam process no ka ho and na e be kan won sa. Why you homework na mo? Why Abu Trica? Why wama obusuafo osu one my lawyer credit because that interview I don't know, so consulting a lawyer you shouldn't have done that interview. You see, no more can say, oh, FBI for I don't know to me back Ghana betching microphone. FBI for one can so more to me or Ghana. Ghana is a sovereign country. Omo can so more to me or Ghana. Almost say, Omo de Omuti baby. Say, oh, ni pebi kwa ye bonnet against Americans or more inches. And I wa Abuchi Kananka so interview no chess. I am a koye bibi. I America for Sika. And it's can be bedi war. Not just America for more interest abom. Into a moment, Ghana said by force or more Bagana. Money am Ghana for that's why I'm in person will be a bema idea. I assume we are politics. Or more and cassette or more bet you be or Gamos or more money a Ghana police ni Yoko for a year Juma. Into a more investigate way in your first time. Go for movie a cast back Ghana movie or more some investigation and I almost Tracy casting be a beduga no my budget. And ya dear name mind you Ghana, any America for prisoner exchange agreement. Nti FBI for oman Ghana say obi am omo kwan. Omo ne Ghana wa agreement. Nti no omo ba Ghana ha be che omo no. There are so many occasions omo ba ha be che nkrofo. Nti no asem na bu Trica ka so o siwo court no omo be di atwen. Because again Ghana constitution so ma obi a ye Ghanaian citizen the right to due process. Ti we fa due process no. Afa the court no say to mean stop extradition in the ane court. America so constitution so mo be the right to due process. Just say the fact say they are good look do America and say odifo debi still America constitution just say was say FBI for no any is a State Department number prosecute you so because me what I've seen his charges it be a federal offenses it be so a state offenses but ni nyina mu no emrane say e was say unya due process until your rights of a lawyer wa America or right a lawyer need na se mano or right a full process obefa ni nyina mu ji e be hwe se their case be play out but I think the brave also no so share omo a my romance scam ni be de ko adu abo omo ade omo I extradite omo from Ghana to America now before FBI for do be do court nko na to omo a chunk of evidence against you because omo sorry keken kochi obi yen twen na yen hu how the legal process now of America no will play out for him.
Now, on this same vein, too, a year, Meno Kase, Nipa Bakwa, Wababe Kasa, a lawyer Martin Pebe. And lawyer Martin Pebe, he was one of the first people to say, that we should not allow the US FBI to extradite Abuchika to the United States of America. Now, his argument is simple. Why keep Ofuriata if you don't want to bring a year? Why keep Ofuriata if you don't want Ofuriata to come to Ghana, but you want we and our Ghanaians to hand over Abuchika to you? There is more to it, and the suspect say buying and somebody to draw.
So the point is that is there a loan we are looking from the US? When you see this inordinate rush, it means that there is something we critically need from the US at this point.
Is that so, your reading of this?
Yes. When things happen like this, where there's a matter pending before a judge, and you know that Ghanaians have become very savvy. They become savvy. Why this inordinate rush? So let's look and see what loan. The first thing you'll be thinking about is maybe government needs a loan. Because to do this, to disrespect our court. It's not. It's analysis. I'm allowed to. No, you don't call it. It's an educated based on the way governments.
What I want to find out is you say that the end objective of the extradition was definitely going to happen.
Most probably. As I said, provided they brought down Ofuriata.
Yes, so your issue was what we were going to or what we were going to get in return.
Absolutely.
So why don't we just see how the coming days will look like? See what we're going to get in return.
Ofuriata is not coming within the next 6 months, right? It doesn't look like it because it's not even attended court once. So we don't even know whether. Look, in actual fact, let me tell you some of the things. The things we took there when we talk. The OSP charges, Americans have said it, that the charges don't look good. They don't look good. Yes. They don't look good. So we are now suturing the charges, trying to put them together, etc. Why I say you should resign, you don't understand. You can interview him. When we sent the packet, he said, these charges you said, they are bogus. Ask Kisi Ejabi, interview him. So they are now trying to help suture the charges, do things. So for that time, it's not about coming. Of course, though, you see, but when they say the things are bogus, it's not that I'm supporting the Americans. No. Okay. It can be a ploy to delay his coming. Because remember that Ofuriata has, what do you call him, Danny Ashcroft Okay, Johnny Ashcroft is a lobbyist. So, you know, there are various ways of killing a cat. They can intentionally come and say, oh, your charges don't look good. Bring this, bring that. Dilly-dally. Dilly-dally, sir, before you realize 2 years. Then to say, your charges don't look good by our law. So we're trying to help you. So on the face of it, because the reason I'm saying that that's not a good reason is that, look, when U.S. interest is involved, when it suits them, they will just pick Ofori-Atta and bring him to us. Have you heard the word rendition? Rendition is the cousin to extradition. When they see the extradition is too difficult, what they do is rendition. They'll just pick you, bundle you, and bring you. Oh, many from Afghanistan, Syria, those. America has rendered many people. You can Google and see the literature on rendition. I'm not supporting it, but I'm just saying that the reason I'm bringing it in is that rendition hasn't stopped. When the U.S. finds it suitable to their national interest, they will just render you. They'll just pick the person and bring him. They don't care about extradition when their national interest is involved. So they say that our charges don't look good, things are missing, this, so put this here, correct this, do that. It can be a ploy, because as long as rendition exists, if it were the case that the whole world has now accepted that rendition has been outlawed, no country can render any person, then I would believe them. So as long as there's rendition, meaning that in this case, if they were to render Ofori-Atta to Ghana, everybody will be happy, because why is the man hiding behind Johnny Ashcroft, the lobbies, etc., to delay? That's what they're doing. Then they say, oh, go and amend this, your charges. Your charges have issues. This is missing. This is... No. I know. Yes, that can be there. But I'm also saying that it can be used as a ploy to delay its coming.
Right.
So far from what we're saying, Ofori-Atta is not near going to court. Because now they are suturing, I mean, when I say suturing, sorry, I don't know what I'm just saying. They are trying to tidy up, trying to amend the charges, tie them together, sew them together, and prop them up. That's what they're saying. But as I said, let's be careful. We cannot totally accept that. As long as there is rendition, they can render him. They can render Ofori-Atta to Ghana.
So that's another
it's an option
yes. We can use. Okay,
yes.
Thank you.
It's here for any edim besi. Any edim besi. It's this is the updated we will also come your way with a live somewhere around 8 p.m. Thank you so much for watching.